Chris, I'm going to make a quick video for you. This is one of my beard hairs. This is about 175 to 200 microns in diameter. So we're going to be using that same magnification for your razor, or for this proposed razor. Okay, here is my microscope. I have a Henckels razor here, and this is what I'm going to be honing. This is a Fedor vintage Henckels. And I have here this stone that you just returned. This is the one with the inclusion, number 591. I'm going to set that aside. Here's another stone. This is another Tomae stone. About the same hardness as the stone that you had before. And I'm going to first, I'm going to set the bevel on this razor using a 1000 grit king. Okay, put the king back in the water. Okay, we're gonna swing around. Here's the Henckels. And I'm viewing it through the binocular viewing here. Okay, here's what that scratch pattern looks like. So this is a scratch pattern from the king. And here's the edge up here. So you were talking about microchipping. This could be a similar pattern that you're looking at for microchipping. And basically this is just a raw edge. It's a feather edge. There's a big area in here of ragged steel that's very weak, and it just flops back and forth between the front and the back as you hone the razor, or even on the king. So take a photo of that. Okay. I'm going to bring the razor back over to the stone. Okay, so I'm going to hone this razor like I would encourage you to try. And if I can prove that this is a method to do it, it might encourage you. This is a diamond plate. It's worn out, but I'm going to use it to make a slurry. This is just almost a skim milk consistency slurry. You might call it a whole milk, but somewhere in between there. Okay, I have a water bath over here to rinse off the razor with. I'm going to go back up to our setup here. Okay, so here's how the edge looks now. I'm going to pull it into view here. Okay, so you can see we've removed probably 90%. Here's the photo of after the bevel setting. That's what the edge was looking like. And now we've removed a good portion of those scratches and have tightened up the edge quite a bit. So let's just take one more photo of that. Okay, I'm going to remove some kind of program that's trying to run here. Okay, so we got, that's how our edge is looking right now. And then we're going to do some more work. And I would encourage you to try this. Step 2. I'm going to strop the razor. This is just clean leather. So this is going to be like 20 passes. We're going to rinse this off again. Don't want to transfer any components from one step to another. We got the same slurry. I'm just going to go back to that. And we're going to use all edge leading strokes now. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do, rinse off the stone. And then I'm going to use a Tomonagra to raise a slurry. And this will be, normally this would be a finer slurry mix than what we got from the diamond plate. There's a crush factor going on between the two stones. And of course it's a good Tomonagra, which makes a difference too. So now we're going to do just some more refining on this edge. Always edge leading strokes. They help disintegrate and break down any false edge or funny thing going on with the edge. Okay. Okay, so there's how our edge is looking right now. This is straight off the stone, and I'll even pull in a little bit here. You can see the edge is looking really straight. Here are the 2 steps before. This was a bevel set, and then the initial refinement. And now we're at second Tomo slurry, second slurry with a Tomo. Okay, so next thing, I'm going to go to the strop. I don't need to show you this, but you can hear it. And this is going to refine the edge. Nobody shaves straight off the stone. Everybody uses strop, so this is just another step in the process. So that's about 20 strokes. I'm going to put the razor back in the microscope. Okay, and here we are again. So that's how our, let me get that focused just a little bit more. That's how our edge is looking right now. And I'm going to take a photo of that. Okay, I'm just going to remind you, we began with showing you what my beard hair looks like. Here is that hair again. You can see, that might be a different photo, but let me look. I think this is probably, let's have a little cue down here. This is probably the image that we used. So when you think about, this is a hair that needs to be cut with this edge, there's no problem. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to propose send you that stone, and I'll send you this razor and you can shave with it too. And we'll see if we can get you back on track. Okay, so that was a pretty fast video. Took 12 minutes, 22 seconds. I don't expect you to work fast like that, but I'm just trying to give you an overview of the steps that you need to go through. So when you say you have a microchipped edge, what I'm suggesting is that what you have is an edge that contains the elements of your bevel setting stone that haven't been fully dealt with. This is what a microchipped edge looks like. This is from the bevel setter. I have a whole library of photos from bevel setting, and they all look like this. This is a false edge. Like I said, you got a whole bunch of steel in there that's really weak. And the idea is you got to take that off. Edge leading strokes with a slurry is the way to go. You don't want to necessarily overdo it, but you're going to need 15, 20, 30 strokes altogether, maybe a few more, and a edge refreshment in there, plus having a strop handy in between slurry dilutions can really help to give you a little boost on removing this false edge. Okay, that's the end of that video.